Konnichiwa and welcome to Chron Reviews. It's time for yet another K on Figma, and this time it's Yui Hirasawa from K on, the main character, and actually the cutest character in my opinion, and one of the most funny characters as well because of her childish and immature behavior and clumsiness and everything, especially in combination with Ritsu and her childish behavior and their pranks on Mio and everything makes the combo priceless for the series. And Yui herself could be considered, together with Ritsu, my favorite character in the series, and I've been looking forward to this Figma for quite some time now. So yeah, let's check the box. Her color of the box is pink, however it still have the school art on the side, and there is of course poses on the back side and a picture of the Figma on the side and a picture of the Figma on the top and bottom as well. And the license sticker is located here, just like with any K on Figma it seems. Alright, Yui Hirasawa is opened up and I've checked out the Figma, and just like all the other K-ons so far, she's just gorgeous, nice and clean, and no paint spillage, nice joints. She even have the peg jointed hands too. Yeah, I always keep comparing to those, but older Figmas, especially, and Yui is the first release, if I'm not remember totally wrong now, and was some years ago now, at least 2 or 3, and it's just recently, or not recently, a year or 2 maximum, that the new peg joints instead of the ball, the hands with a ball on it, were out, and those were much more prone to break. One of my Saber's hands broke, and also one of my Shiro hands broke. Luckily enough, none of the 2 important ones, and I managed to fix them. Anyway, Yui looks great. The look is totally her, and that's what I'm very pleased with also on the K-on Figmas. Well, most Figmas have always been pretty accurate, however newer ones have tend to got better and better. So comparing to older ones often leads you to think that older ones are worse, but in some cases it's not the case. Right, let's take a close look at Yui. So you can see the paint job is clean and nice. She have her own body type, just like all the other K-on Figmas. And she's jointed, of course, ball jointed shoulders, elbow joint, and the hands I talked about. They can swivel and turn like this, so it works just like a ball joint. The head is of course ball jointed, and the torso have a joint too, because this part is soft, however it still bends back, so it's very limited. The skirt is soft, so she can put her leg up pretty high. The level of softness in the skirt varies through each Figma. So for example, Ritsu was able to bend her legs longer because, well, partly because this part didn't stop her because she had an open uniform, but one of the others, was it Asusa or Mio, could also bend more than the other, but this was good enough, I think. So yeah, the legs are ball jointed, and there are knee joints, and the feet are also ball jointed. And she also stands pretty well without a stand, which is of course a must. Figma stand. Also, just like all K-On Figmas, she have this piece that is usually included for long hair characters to get in under the hair more easily. However, every K-On Figma have had this, even though they don't need it. So I have a lot of spare ones now for cases of need. Right, there's also the Figma bag, and there is a set of hands. There is a pair of extra shoes, and there is this extra face, and there's also this extra face. Yeah, this is a custom face where you can place a lot of different expressions. I think those are transfer sheets that are you can put in water and then use a pin and put them on. There's also a custom hairpiece that fits with this one, and the sheet itself looks like this. There's many different expressions, and it will be hard for me to decide if which one. It's very hard because there are so many, and there can be so many nice and iconic ones for Yui. Yeah, I forgot. This sheet also was put inside the inlay of the box, just like with other ones with guitars and bass. There's also those straps that you will attach to the guitar, the guitar strap, so you can carry it, and also a strap for the bag for the guitar. And this one. So there's two straps for those 3 pegs, like that. And you can also put the guitar inside if you want a realistic feeling. And there's of course the guitar itself, nicely painted and toned. I understand why they don't have the strings on them in Figma size, but it would have been a really nice touch if they had. However, that's nothing that we really could demand or anything. So yeah, this is her guitar, or as she called it, Gita. It's pretty iconic to remember. And that's the main accessory, actually, because that's what K-On is about, music. So yeah, I think this was a great amount of nice accessories, as expected for a K-On Figma. Alright, here is Yui posed up, and I wanted to give her that dynamic and happy playing pose, guitar playing, I mean, of course, from the package, because this is an iconic pose and I wanted her to look lively and energetic instead of just static. And this figure is pretty limitless for nice poses, so you can make about everything you need. And I'm really liking this figure. It have turned out to be one of my favorite Figmas because of my liking for the character and because it's really smooth and good. The full K-On cast seem to have gotten very high up in my Figma fave list. And for size comparisons, I'm just going to compare her to her sister Yui in this review, because the next review is the Yui review, and I'm going to show you the full collection of K-On Figmas in the end of that review. So just stay tuned for that. They are about the same height, as they should be, as sisters, and as very alike sisters, just like twins, even though they are 1 year apart. So, not just for my personal love of Yui, I can still, despite that, recommend it for anyone who collects Figma and want a nice figure. And especially for Yui and K-On fans, this is a really great figure to have. So, I hope for all of you that you can find it for a reasonable price, or hope for a re-release. I'm quite surprised they didn't re-release the K-On! Figmas after the K-On! Movie. And I still feel we are missing Sawa Sensei as a Figma, and maybe also Ui's friend Yun. But well, I'm happy for what we got. We still got a pretty nice cast. So, until next time, take care and sayonara.